Agents near Fronton, Texas were fired upon from Mexico by suspected cartel gunmen as a group of illegal aliens were being brought across the river. Border Patrol returned fire.
DeepSeek. It is mind-blowing, and it is shaking this entire industry to its core.
So sorry. All these people are getting attacked.
I saw him last night on television. It looks like he got hit with a baseball bat or something. What happened to him?
If the president does choose to proceed with tariffs on Canada, Canada will respond. And everything is on the table.
Where are we heading, Tom?
We're in Chicago, Illinois. You want to arrest public safety threats? We got all the government approach. We got U.S Marshals, we got FBI, we got ATF, we got DEA, we got ICE, we got HSI. We got them all here.
Do you expect the Fed to listen to you?
Yeah.
And they both got their arms out like, America! And they just have this look on their face, and you just know that they're like conservatives.
There is no evidence anywhere that has been presented that transgender service members are anything but qualified to be a part of our military service.
Not a day goes by that I'm not grateful to be serving at this period of time.
Hey y'all, so today I'm going to make a video showing how I cope with gender dysphoria while in uniform.
Today there are more executive orders coming, fully support on removing DEI inside the Pentagon.
Let me tell the American people something so we get this. Men are not loved. Men have to put their foot in folks' ass. Men have to lay down the law. Men have to lay down the truth.
We talk about the deep state, we talk about the globalists.
Inflation versus deflation. Well, I mean,
Here at Mar-a-Lago.
I'm baffled that this isn't front page news.
Do you guys support a specific political party, or do you dislike both of them?
Oh, it worked like a charm on you guys.
Let's go, Brandon.
All right. How about that intro? You like that? So, jam-packed news cycle today, as always. Got the Border Patrol having a shootout with the cartel. We got Trump saying that we're going to build our own Iron Dome. We got Tom Homan laying down the law in Chicago. We got the trans community freaking out about what's happening with the military. We got Pete Hegseth locked and loaded, ready to go. We got the WHO on their knees begging for forgiveness, begging the U.S. to not cut off funding from them. We have Davos debauchery revealed, the annual report on all the prostitution and weird stuff that was going on there. We got Adam Schiff is all bruised up for some reason on TV, and nobody knows why. So we're going to look into that for sure. And Trump he's got this behind the scenes battle brewing with the Fed, which I've been talking about that for a while now. And that's going to escalate. So let's get right into it. So the Border Patrol had a shootout with the cartel today, and here is the rundown from that. Let's get right into that. How's everybody doing tonight? Who we got in the chat? See, we got Satoshi, we got Miss D, we got all the right. Steve P is in there. Thank you, Steve. Thank you. Let's pull up this this border thing that happened today. So yeah, crazy stuff. I guess we had a little incident at the border. Where is this video? I downloaded so many things before. Let's go to an article. Let's just do that. Border Patrol and cartel. Never a dull moment in the news cycle today. So this is like just as of the last few hours this happened. So here we go. Mexican cartels fire at border agents as Trump ramps up enforcement, according to officials. So from Fox News, U.S. border agents exchanged gunfire with suspected cartel members near U.S. Mexican border on Monday as the government response agents' criminal migrants continues to intensify. The gunfire exchange, which happened exactly 1 week after President Trump began ramping up border security on his first day, occurred around 2 p.m. local time near Fronton, Texas. A group of illegal aliens was attempting to cross the Rio Grande while bullets were fired, but did not make it across. Neither the border agents nor suspected cartel members were hit. President Trump recently designated the Mexican drug cartels as foreign terrorist organizations. The area where gunfire exchange took place near Fronton Island also unofficially known as Cartel Island due to the criminal activity there. In an interview with Fox News Digital 2023, Commissioner Dawn Buckingham said that she declared the land as Texas territory, even though it had not officially been before, to grant law enforcement the right to patrol there. So this is what the area looks like. Quote, one of the things that General Land Office does is determine the center of a waterway, Buckingham said at the time. Everything that is the center of the Rio Grande and north, of course, the state of Texas and the United States territory. The land just hadn't been accurately declared as it was forming in the river. That's why we had to step in and officially declare it Texas territory. Last week, a Fox Digital exclusive found that a sharp drone illegal immigrant encounters occurred in the first days of the Trump administration, 35% lower than the final 3 days of the Biden admin. Department of Homeland Security sources said that there were 1,280 encounters nationwide on January 17th, and 1266, 18, 1354, and the 19th. The 3,900 encounters in the last few days of the Biden administration countered the 23 encounters in the first 3 days of the Trump administration. Okay, so heading in the right direction. And my big question is, what is Trump's response going to be to this? Because, you know, he shut that whole Columbia thing down pretty quickly, and I don't imagine that he's going to let this go lightly. So we had like a lot of people talking tough today. We had Selena Gomez come out, and she made this crying video that I'm sure you guys saw. We'll show that quick, and then she took it down right away. So here, check this out. Selena Gomez, where are you? All right, here we go.
I just wanted to say that I'm so sorry. All my people are getting attacked.
Children, cartel members.
I don't understand. I'm so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't. I don't know what to do. I'll try everything I promise.
Oh, man. It's music to my ears. And then they had Tom Homan on Fox News responding to this. And that was...
You've had the chance to see a video that has been going viral over the past hour or so. We're still working to clear it and show it. In fact, the Hollywood celebrity who posted it has now deleted it, I think because probably she faced a lot of backlash for it, noting even the New York Times and Fox News polls show that a majority of American respondents are in favor of deportations of criminals and gang members. She posted a video sobbing. She was crying in it. She said, all my people are getting attacked, with the picture of a Mexican flag. Again, she has now taken that down. But what do you say to those who are out there saying that these are everyday people, these are families that are being attacked and dragged out of their homes? How do you respond to that?
I don't think we arrested any families. We've arrested public safety threats and national security threats, bottom line. And look, President Trump won the election on this one issue, securing our border and saving lives. What happened on our southern border last 4 years is the biggest national security threat this country's seen, at least in my lifetime, because we got over 2 million known gotaways. We got a 600% increase in sex trafficking. We got a record number of terrorists crossing the border on the terrorist watch list. We have 250,000 Americans die from fentanyl coming across the open border. We're going to do this job, and we're going to enforce the laws of this country. If they don't like it, then go to Congress and change the law. We're going to do this operational apology. We're going to make our community safer. We're going to save. Once we lock that border on continuous operation, you're going to see fentanyl deaths decrease, illegal alien crime decrease, sex trafficking decrease. It's just all for the good of this nation, and we're going to keep going. No apologies. We're moving forward.
Boom. I freaking love that, man. Every time Tom Homan speaks, I get the urge to like just gear up and go out there and fight a war. I mean, my God, love that guy. And he's wreaking havoc in Chicago. We'll talk about that in a second. Miss D, thank you so much. You're so much better than me at reminding everybody to smash that like button, hit subscribe, hit the notify thing, share it with your friends, the whole 9 yards. Do it all. Thank you, Mrs. D. And let's see. We got, in addition to that, I saw this funny video the other day where they said Chicago looks like a ghost town because of all the lack of activity there. But I mean, it's probably a good thing if the majority of people were not so good.
We're in Chicago, Illinois. We want to arrest public safety threats. We got all of government approach. We got U.S. Marshals, we got FBI, we got ATF, we got DEA, we got ICE, we got HSI, we got them all here. So the president's plan of all of government to attack illegal alien crime in this city, we're going to address it today, starting now.
All right, so now look at this. Ready? Look at this. Chicago ghost town, they're calling it.
With President Trump taking immediate action on his top campaign focus, fighting illegal immigration. From coast to coast, ICE agents going city to city, sometimes door to door, tracking down the nearly 1.5 million undocumented set for deportation. And as ICE closes in on migrants, once vibrant Chicago neighborhoods are now turning into ghost towns. And tonight we are taking you to a neighborhood that has gone silent.
Look, I said from day one, no one's off the table.
The Trump administration setting out to execute what it has promised.
We arrested 1,300 people.
Over
1,000 of them were criminals.
Immigration and customs enforcement operations reportedly underway in jurisdictions all across the nation. Federal agents have been spotted in many sanctuary cities carrying out these operations.
I hope the sanctuary cities come around.
The usually bustling and vibrant streets of this Hispanic neighborhood in Chicago sit relatively empty because of the concerns over ICE.
Welcome to Mesquite Restaurant, sir.
This little taqueria, like most in the Pilsen neighborhood, is owned and operated by immigrants. The Cruz family, who in 1994 made the long journey from Mexico City to Chicago to grow their little taco stand into a thriving restaurant.
We got tacos. We got
They're trying to make this whole thing sad. Get out of here.
This American dream is one thousands of migrants are striving for when they cross the southern border. But the drastic shutdown of illegal immigration is a campaign promise the majority of American voters are expecting Donald Trump to make good on.
Honestly, when he come back again, I was like, man, I feel scared.
President Trump, border czar Tom Homan, and the highest-ranking members of Immigration and Customs Enforcement say they're only targeting violent criminals during these initial deportations. News Nation has seen what these operations look like. I rode along and conducted early morning raids with ICE agents when they arrested men from Iraq and Belize, convicted criminals who spent prison time for robbery and gun charges.
I'm not a criminal. I'm a good guy. I pay my taxes. I do everything right. You know what's going to happen to me? They're going to grab me too. You know, they're not going to check right now.
We've seen examples of resistance throughout Hispanic neighborhoods,
So here, I gotta show you
including these
this.
signs instructing immigrant men and women to push back and block federal agents from entering their homes. But the reality is, new polling shows 65% of Americans strongly support deporting immigrants.
So look at this. So this is like, this really went under the radar. So this is a Chicago town hall where
I want to know.
they're all saying how much they hate this.
I want to know, how does it feel that Trump is in office right now?
There you go.
You see the Mayor Brandon Johnson. You underestimate us. You underestimate the black people, and you underestimate Chicago Red. We're the thorn in your side, and we're going to be the thorn on everybody else in this council member side too. If you don't stop what you're doing, we're going to take matters in our own hand, and we're going to stop it. You know that Trump had pulled 45% of the voter in the state of Illinois, 37 in the city of Chicago. That's the statistic. That means that Illinois is turning purple. We're going to turn red.
Y'all can bird dog me all y'all want, but if it's relationship over duty, then y'all don't serve the blue. And you can smirk all you want.
Mr. Sims, direct your attention towards me, please.
You're a criminal. Why do I got to address you?
Boom.
The feds need to address you. DOJ need to address you, and hopefully Donald Trump will address you, because you're going to protect the undocumented. Why you going to allow for the citizens in Chicago to suffer under your, what, 33%? Well, see, Joe Lopez cooked that 3% up a long time ago. Y'all called it a circuit breaker. Y'all been talked about it. Remember, before you came in here and gave that jovial speech, you need to be inspected. You want that creep over there.
Preach.
Acting like, you know, you just gonna bully everybody. You got people.
That's how people actually feel.
Officers whose families don't even want you to come to the funeral. You just like a schoolyard bully.
Damn, Bizglot's trying to talk shit.
And you might not know nothing about it because you grew up in Elgin.
300 sold souls. Wow.
But those of us who grew up on the south side and west side of Chicago, we all know at some point that bully gets cornered in the alley. And everybody come at him. And he ain't going to have nobody to help him.
Mm-hmm.
That's you. That's you.
That's how the people actually feel.
Keep thinking you ain't going to abide by what the president of the United States said. Everybody know better than that. I see you, Anna Valencia, in your red. You know what it is. This is the second time you showed up in city council in red. You know what it is? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you and the rest of them that know what time it is, y'all come on. You leave that loser where he is. He's a loser. He's a loser.
Hell yeah.
No, me and Zoe, we ain't doing nothing for nobody except for ourselves. We got you, loser.
Damn.
14% rating is what you appear to have, Brandon Johnson, across the United States, or how they see you. But 14% rating. Now, I'm going to talk about all those known donations of $11.5 million that came from places like the CTU, the SEIU, the American Federation of Teachers, Illinois Federation of Teachers, and then someone got the nerve to get on there and talk about cutting the pensions. What about our real estate? Because, see, we paid for these properties for a purpose and not for you to go touching it with $300 million that you want to siphon out of the citizens' pockets. Get rid of the illegals, and that'll take your money right back.
I freaking love that shit. I love that shit. So that's how the people actually feel. And then bizarre. So, like, the mayor, who, like, again, somehow a downgrade from Beetlejuice, and then I'll show you the governor in a second. They're speaking an entirely different tune, so it's really bizarre.
We will defend our city. It's just that simple.
But you're not, though. Your city's screaming to your face that they'd want something other than you're giving them.
If he's serious about making America a place where every single individual can have an opportunity, then he should use his authority to work with the city of Chicago to build more affordable homes. He has the ability to help invest in building more economic opportunity. We are going to defend the interests of working people, and we're very proud to do that. Thanks for all doing.
What about the illegals that are victimizing the citizens? Mayor Johnson, what about the illegals that are victimizing American citizens? You've sold out the citizens. Excuse me, sir. You've sold out the citizens. Excuse me, sir. You've sold out the citizens.
What a coward.
Are you prepared to be arrested?
Johnson runs away.
Freaking coward, man.
How much money was spent on protecting illegals? Governor, how much of the citizens' money was spent on protecting criminal illegals? Are you receiving any funds from cartels, sir? Are you receiving any money from the cartels? Or is Mayor Johnson receiving any money from the cartels? Should he go through you or around you? Tom Holman.
So that's the bizarre question with people like Pritzker. Here, I'll show you Pritzker. So if you don't know who J.B. Pritzker is, this dude's worth like $40 billion, and he's the mayor of Chicago, or he's the governor of Illinois. So, you know, similar situation to Trump. Trump actually started, like, so the Commodore Hotel, that was a joint venture between Trump and the Pritzker family. If you I don't know if you saw the movie The Apprentice that just came out, but it shows how Trump, his first big move was a joint venture with the Pritzker family. So why you have Trump on one side and then this guy on the completely different other side? It's like, you know, I've always had this theory that when people, a lot of people, when they become billionaires, they almost get this like socialist mindset where they try to like lull everybody into this socialist mindset because they want to kind of eliminate competition and make it so that people can't get to the position in life that they've gotten to. But very weird that this guy has the beliefs that he has.
And then folks should be told that it's going to get cold in Chicago and New York very soon. And there are lots of other places in the country that they might want to consider going. And the White House and the federal government should be facilitating that.
Oh, so that's not even one of his bad clips. But so, I mean, my thing that I'm wondering about in a big way is like, why does somebody who's worth $40 billion, J.B. Pritzker, why is he so far on the other side of Trump as a billionaire? Like, is it like, and you know, a lot of it's been coming out lately that the people who are like the most virtue signaling and all that, they're the guiltiest people. They're the ones who have the most to hide. They're afraid of things coming out. So I think the Pritzkers might have some nasty stuff in the closet. Because I mean, what else could it be, you know? And let's see. Speaking of that, we got another one here. Bill Gates has been saying some interesting things. Oh wait, no, here. Let me play this one.
I just saw the cringiest fucking thing. I'm driving out of a grocery store parking lot, and the little mini street that takes you in there, coming into the parking lot is this guy in an SUV, and he's got his, I'm assuming his wife in the front seat. Anyways, they've got their windows down, and out the window, they've got their arms stretched, and they're holding American flags, and not those little tinky, like, wee, you know, no, not those. No, like big American flags. Like 2 to 3 feet long American flags. And they both got their arms out like, America! And they've just got this look on their face. And you just know that they're like conservatives or Republicans, you know? And it's cringy AF. Like the American flag did not do this before. And now it's just become their symbol. And
so when did the American flag become like a political statement? You know, that's the bizarre, like that's the brainwashing that the globalists are pushing, where the American flag is just like somehow a conservative thing and not a thing for both sides. But seriously, guys, like, what is the answer to that question? Why does somebody like JB Pritzker want the result that he's getting in Chicago? Like, why is he ignoring what his citizens are saying and just pumping illegal immigrants in the city? And like now you got this thing where you have Venezuela gang members who are like asserting themselves in places like Chicago and Colorado, and it's just madness. Like nobody wants this. Like even the people who are their traditional voters don't want it. So I don't know. Like the best thing I could think of is that they're working on behalf of the, I guess, globalist agenda. And then now you got the freaking Catholic Church getting involved. I mean, look at this shit.
Hi, my name's Barb Graham, and I'm an attorney at Catholic Charities of the Archdiocese of Milwaukee in the Refugee and Immigration Services Program. This is a video about knowing your rights if Immigration and Customs Enforcement approaches you. All people living in the United States, including people who are undocumented, have certain rights under the United States Constitution. If immigration officers, what we sometimes call Immigration and Customs Enforcement or ICE, come to your workplace, they must have a valid search warrant or the consent of your employer to enter non-public areas. If you are undocumented and immigration officers come to your workplace, be aware of the following. First, do not panic and do not run away. If you are frightened and feel like you need to leave, you can calmly walk toward the exit. If you are stopped, you may ask if you are free to leave. If the officer says no, do not try to exit the building. If you are questioned, you may tell them you want to remain silent.
All right, so you get the point. I mean, everybody's coming out of the border for this stuff. So, I mean, I see some of you guys saying that he's, let's see, Steve's saying because he's bought and paid. But Steve, he's worth $40 billion. Like, how's he bought and paid for? That's like, here, let's look up his net worth. I think it's like $40 billion. JB Pritzker net worth. Oh, he's worth 3.7, but the family's worth, I think, 40. So I don't get it. I mean, like each family member is worth like a couple $1 billion, but like they must have done some sick, nasty shit if they're pushing this stuff in like such a weird way that doesn't make sense to them. I mean, so how long? What do you think? I'm surprised Trump hasn't said anything yet about this cartel thing, but that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for Trump to come out and, you know, say that we're like kicking it up a notch with the cartels, because you know people are trying to say, oh, it's not as easy as you think. It's like it would be a disaster if we send special forces there. We don't have to send special forces there. Like we're just talking about drone raids. You know, like identify where they keep all their stuff, where they keep their drugs, where they keep their stockpiles of money, and just bomb the hell out of that shit. So I'm really excited to see what he's going to do with that. So who saw this, what is it? DeepSeek thing that came out today. So DeepSeek feels like a total psyop to me, in my opinion. Like the way that CNBC was pumping it today, I feel like it has psyop written all over it. So I'll play a little bit of this, and just the way they were talking about it, I'm very skeptical.
Talk about DeepSeek because it is mind-blowing and it is shaking this entire industry to its core. The emergence of DeepSeek now putting pressure on the U.S. tech names. We told you all about it last week in Davos. The buzz started growing about DeepSeek's latest AI model being more efficient while running on a lot less advanced
yeah, we'll check
NVIDIA
that
chips. Released last week, it's already being called what is a major breakthrough as the app shows its work, its reasoning. It answers users' prompts. I, by the way, was spent basically all weekend playing with it. It is the #1 app, I believe, on Apple right now. The product overtaking ChatGPT today as that on the App Store that way. DeepSeek, which was created by a Chinese hedge fund manager, also capturing the attention of leaders, as we mentioned at the World Economic Forum last week in Davos.
We should take the development out of China very, very seriously. What we found is that DeepSeek, which is the leading Chinese AI lab, their model is actually the top performing or roughly on par with the best American models.
If the United States can't lead in this technology, we're going to be in a very bad place geopolitically.
So where the hell did this come from? Like, you're going to tell me the week after Trump announces $500 billion investment into the Stargate thing, China suddenly has the best AI in the world? And that CNBC and like the media, like it's like a whole media blitz. Like there was the, like, you know, remind me of that Red Note thing where they were trying to push that, because I think that was a psyop too. Like they just come out and just start talking up this thing. I mean, Humberto was bragging about how he got it before, like now you can't get on it because too many people are signing up for it. I mean, I don't think it's that different. And China's not even supposed to have the chips that make it possible to do this. Like Nvidia stock tanked, I think like 12% today because of this. But so like China's not supposed to have access to the chips that have the ability to do this. But, you know, there was a story coming out that like Nvidia chips are being smuggled to China to do stuff like this. I think this is one of the many attempts that we're going to see to try to sabotage Trump's stock market. Because, I mean, the Fed's already talking about not doing rate hikes anymore. And now the media does a media blitz talking about how DeepSeek's better than ChatGPT and that, you know, China's going to have the edge over America with AI. Bullshit. I don't believe that for 1 second. And, you know, people say that we don't even have like the good version of ChatGPT available to us because it's too crazy. Let's see some of the comments here. Let's see. Hotel owner can get crazy money to fill up hotel, affecting near that. So yeah, I've heard that theory before about the Pritzkers, like the work. The government can pay you more money if you house illegal immigrants in your hotel. But I mean, really, like you want to like turn into that? You want to turn into like a homeless shelter, basically? Is he really from Elgin? Who's that? Is that Pritzker you're talking about? It means you're really from Elgin. You think so, Greenspan? Pet overing for Pritzker? You gotta give me more than that. Good evening, Bobby. What's up, Crypto Carpenter? So here, let's see what the media blitz is saying about the DeepSeek thing. Because, I mean, I can usually tell when a PSYOP's happening based on the way the media is reporting. If it's like all the same article, then you know something's up. Let's see. DeepSeek. Trump calls Chinese DeepSeek app a wake-up call after tech stock slide. U.S. stock slide. Over fears DeepSeek and Chinese AI advancements. DeepSeek sparks AI stock sell-off. Why market panic over DeepSeek is overblown. And I'll say, okay, there's a good one. Why DeepSeek, the Chinese company, upending the stock market. Johnson bashes China on AI. Trump calls DeepSeek development positive. Yeah, it's competition. DeepSeek hit with a large-scale cyber attack, says it's limiting registrations. Oh, yeah, I couldn't get on. Any of you guys get on there? Let's see. I'll put a poll. Are you on DeepSeek? Poll question. Have you used DeepSeek? Yes. No. Okay. So let's pick one of these. See what the New York Times is saying. Yeah, the NASDAQ took a pounding today, all because of this, which again feels super orchestrated media blitz. China's AI advances spook and big tech investors on Wall Street. Stiffer competition for tech giants as at the forefront of artificial intelligence boom prompted investors to reassess the company's sky-high valuations. Advances in artificial intelligence by Chinese upstarts rattled U.S. markets on Monday with the threat of greater competition prompting a slide in shares of the biggest technology companies. The Chinese AI company DeepSeek had said that it can match the abilities of cutting-edge chatbots while using a fraction of the specialized computing chips. I mean, have we even verified that, though? I don't think we've verified anything from China. We don't know the first thing about what the technology they're using, but it's funny how CNBC just runs with that. It's prompted investors to rethink the heady valuations of companies like NVIDIA's equipment powers most of the AI systems, as well as enormous investments in companies like Alphabet, Meta, blah, blah, blah. So, I mean, NVIDIA definitely was overpriced. Like, let's see, PE ratio of NVIDIA. Like, you know, it's super easy to, as of January 27, PE ratio was 46. 12-month average of 60. Average PE ratio. Yeah, and so the average PE ratio of a stock is 25. They were at 60 for the last 12 months. So it was way overpriced. And this was bound to happen. You know, like you could really do a number of the stock market when things are overvalued just by having bad news come out or objective bad news. So, I mean, I think we're going to see a lot of these where like there's blitz attacks on the overall market to try to blame it on Trump. But I'm telling you, I cannot get over the fact that this happened like days after Trump announces the big AI investment that they're doing with SoftBank and with Larry Ellison and with Sam Altman and all that. Let's see what the poll's saying right now. So 95% of people are saying no, they have not used DeepSeek. All right, so for those of you who did use it, is it like that much crazier? Brandon gonna get plugged right between those monkey eyes. What does that mean? Thank you, Nick. Attorney for illegals don't have rights and report themselves. Yep. Let's see, we got anything crazy in here? Any insight from people who have used DeepSeek? Yeah, no, I saw that they restrict registration to China mobile phone users. They were trying to have me sign up with email when I was doing that before. But yeah, so that's my take on that. I think that what is it? I think it's a PSYOP. I think that's, you know, probably somewhat comparable to what ChatGPT is, but I think they're way overhyping it. All right, so let's go to the next thing. The mystery of what happened to Adam Schiff's face. So this was funny. Trump brought this up when he was being spoken to about it. I think this is the right one.
Invited Senator Schiff to join you on this trip, and he was too busy. Are you disappointed?
I don't know. I was told that Schiff was going to travel with us to California. I wasn't thrilled, to be honest with you. And I saw him last night on television. It looks like he got hit with a baseball bat or something. What happened to him? Something happened to him. It looked like he got hit. It looked like he got beat around. But I'll ask Caroline to find out what happened to him. No, if he wanted to come out, I would have done that. But I don't know. Somebody said that he wanted to come on the plane, but I think he's staying back for the votes. There's some pretty good votes going on. Yeah.
All right, so here we go. Here's what his face looked like. And you guys see this? So look.
Those other actions,
like what the hell?
His
entire face is bruised up.
And air quality standards. Drill, baby, drill. This idea that we are going to just do more oil drilling. The attacks on the incentives for electric cars. That's not going to reduce prices either. It's just going to mean.
So, I don't know. I could go crazy with this. Like, I don't even know where to begin. Like, did he get into a fight with somebody? Did he like fall? Is he into weird stuff? I mean, I don't have any answers for this one. This is just sheer speculation, but I'm incredibly curious what the hell happened to this guy's face, and he just doesn't talk about it. Looks like an allergy. What are you talking about? Doesn't look like an allergy. It looks like a giant bruise. It's not an allergy.
His other actions weakening.
That's a
California.
bruise. Like maybe that, but those still look swollen. That's a bruise. Like a Paul Pelosi bruise, like a Paul Pelosi hammer bruise. I don't know, guys. He's a weird ass dude, so I wouldn't put anything past him. Like he might be into some weird stuff. But I don't know. Let me know your theories on that, because that's the best we're gonna get for now, I think. And let's see. I want to show this Bruin battle. Where's this Trump clip where Trump's talking about the Fed? Bear with me. So Trump is asked if he thinks the Fed's going to listen to him. And he's like, yeah. Where's this thing? Man, where is this? Can't track this one down. So yeah, the reporters are asking Trump. They said he's like, yeah, rates will go down. Trust me, rates are going to go down. And they're like, you think the Fed will listen to you? And he's like, yeah, I do. But the Fed has been adamant that the president has no say over what they do. So let me find this clip from Jerome Powell. Jerome Powell. Or maybe I'll find out next. Trump Federal Reserve. Trust me, this is going to be something that... here we go. I think this is it.
Do you expect
the interest rates will come down?
You said that you would demand that the interest rates come down.
Well, I would.
Do you expect
I would put in a strong statement.
Do you expect the Fed to listen to you?
Yeah. The interest rates.
All right, so you have that, and then Jerome Powell, president.
Have suggested that you should resign. If he asked you to leave, would you go?
No.
Can you follow up on, do you think that legally you're not required to leave?
No.
Do you believe that the president has the power to fire or demote you, and has the Fed determined the legality of a president demoting at will any of the other governors with leadership positions?
Not permitted under the law.
Not what?
Not permitted under the law.
Some of the president-elect's advisors have suggested that you should resign.
This is the number one thing I think that Trump hasn't spoken about yet that I want him to start, making a bigger stand on. We need to get rid of the Federal Reserve. Like, I can't begin to tell you how toxic this thing has been to us. Like, just like might be what JFK got killed over. He tried to take the power out of the Fed's hands and give it to the Treasury. Like, this is insane that we have this private institution that we know nothing about. Still making my episode about this. That is just the one in charge of the price of money. Like, that's the most socialist thing I've ever heard in my life. That we have a group of people that get to decide the price of money, and the president has no say over what they do, according to this guy. And Congress barely has a say over what they do. Like, Congress, power of the purse, but not power of the interest rates. That's a big deal. Like, the difference of a 5% interest rate and a 3% interest rate if you're simply buying a house or taking out student loans. Insane. So imagine that on the national debt. Like, that's why the national debt's suddenly the most expensive thing that we're paying for right now. It's like $1 trillion with a 5% rate. I think it was like 600 billion with a 3% rate, and it was probably, you know, like less than 100 billion when rates were at 0.25%. So this is a big deal, and like maybe he's gonna wait a little bit to do this, but he's gearing up for some type of battle. And I mean, I think and keep in mind too. So I didn't even think of this before, but with the whole DeepSeek thing, like BlackRock owns like probably 10% of the S&P 500, and you saw how Larry Fink was acting when they were asking about Trump last week. So I'm going out on a limb here and going to say that I think that Larry Fink despises Trump. Now imagine if you're Larry Fink, you despise Trump, you have this massive amount of influence over the Federal Reserve, and you have this massive amount of influence over the flow of money into stocks. Like, I think BlackRock is buoying the stock market the last 4 years to a large degree. Like, whenever there was a big sell-off, there would be a flood of money that came in, you know, and I mean, who has that amount of money? Them. So how difficult would it be for BlackRock to sabotage the stock market because it doesn't like Trump? And, you know, you have all these economists that are coming out and think that they know what's going to happen with tariffs. Like, I can't tell you how many reports I've seen that they're saying, oh yeah, tariffs are going to be inflationary 100%. But like, all right, how about the cost of energy coming down? That's not inflationary, that's deflationary. So at the very least, it could be a push if, like, meaning even out, if tariffs are inflationary for a little bit and energy goes down, and that brings down inflation. So they're totally overlooking that. Speaking of those creeps, there's an article that came out about a bunch of hookers and tranny prostitutes at Davos. So let's see. Let me pull up this article. Davos hookers. Where is this thing? Davos prostitutes and hookers. Where are we here? Here we go. The secret depravity of the global elite. Here we go. Look at this. Look at this. The secret depravity of the global elite. So an inside look at Davos. It's like a big time hub for sex parties and hookers and tranny stuff. So from the Daily Mail, secret depravity of Davos global elite. More sex parties than ever. NDAs for prostitutes, transsexual women, and the most commonly requested sex act revealed. Oh, this is a beauty. So the secret depravity of the global elite coming to the World Economic Forum in Davos has been laid bare, with escort agencies revealing that the demand for sex parties, NDAs, and prostitutes and transsexual women has increased. The forum, which started on Monday, has welcomed more than 3,000 business and political leaders to the Swiss Alps, but not just the global elite has flocked to the town as escorts are in more demand than ever among those attending the event. And according to one website that organizes what it calls dates you pay for, many of the arrivals are enjoying sex orgies arranged by the individuals who are booking multiple women or trannies at once. Since the start of the WEF, we've seen around 300 women and trans women been booked at Davos surrounding the events. You just got people like allegedly like the Finks and the Diamonds and the Yuval Hararis of the world just passing around tranny hookers. Jesus. Been booked at Davos. Andres Berger, spokesman for the Tit for Tat, told Mail Online that this is compared to about 170 women in 24 in terms of the numbers of bookings for commercial intimacy. It was another record year for us at the WEF, Mr. Berger said. There were significantly more sex parties than in previous years, he added, based on the amount of escorts booked, 300 by just around 90 customers compared to 140 last year. Oh my God. And it seems wealthy and powerful clients are also going to increased lengths to keep their sexual activities secret. Oh boy. What has changed is that a lot of women in and around Davos now have to sign NDAs, non-disclosure agreements, Mr. Berger said, adding that these agreements were often in English. Oh boy. Secret depravity of the global elite coming to the World Economic Forum in Davos has been laid bare with escort agencies revealing that the demand for sex parties. Yep, we got that. Let's see anything more. We suspect that this consequence of recent news about sex parties in Hollywood, another escort agency boss revealed the most popular sex act requested by untouchable, powerful clients. Anal sex is actually one of the most frequently requested things, says Susan from the Swiss escort Avant-Garde agency. Okay. She added about the type of clients hiring escorts at the WF. These types of people consider themselves untouchable. Not with that, which they often realistically are. I think physical attacks on escort ladies, for example, to live out certain BDSM fetish are absolutely conceivable, Susan continued. In my experience, the higher a man's professional social rank, the lower his inhibition threshold for violence against women is. In terms of the clients at the WF, another agency revealed CEOs and politicians from large cities that are also represented at the WF are just as much a part of our customer base as they are in everyday life. Of course, I can only speak for our agency, but conversations with other agencies and models have shown that... Let me make sure. Okay. Have shown that... Let's see. Lost my spot. Have shown that many men use these services. The main difference lies in the event itself, but rather the type of agency and respective price segment they serve, which often correlates with the customer's income. Our agency operates in the high class segment, which also reflects our typical customer base. Our models are usually bilingual, as well as we address a more sophisticated and high quality clientele. Jan and Leah from exclusive agency Leah Models echoed, adding that the in-demand languages were English as the main language and German or French. In Davos, people like to show off in the evenings alongside a particularly eye-catching and attractive woman who is introduced as a companion or a friend. It is advantageous if the companion is not only visually convincing but also intelligent and quick-witted. Ultimately, it is important that the date runs harmoniously and that the companion conveys credibility that she is the client's partner. Elegant style and the ability to comfortable maneuver at high social level take center stage. A confident appearance is essential in order to meet customer expectations in this exclusive environment. Oh boy. Of course, the main reason escorts flock to Davos or WF is to make money, with eye-watering rates charged during the event, and some women easily commanding $6,000 per booking. But the amounts are nothing to the wealthy clients. The various escort agencies agree, and their customers typically pay for several hours of company with the women. Tit for tat, Mr. Berger added that the average booking duration of WF is 4 hours, which combined with the average hourly rate in the 300 bookings on tit for tat during the first 3 days of the WF alone would amount to 300,000 or 270,000 euros. Okay. But there are other providers and agencies. My estimate would be around 1,900,000 euros in total, Mr. Berger added. All right, so there you go. Trannies and anal sex for the Davos elite. So how do you guys feel about that? I mean, I'm not too shocked. They seem like a freaky bunch, but man, it's crazy. You're there for 3 days. You can't just chill out for 3 days, you psychos. Unbelievable. Let's see. Royalty has always had harems. Living the dream, one nightmare at a time. Yep. I know, it's nasty stuff. War crimes. They're committing war crimes there. Let's see. What did Ryan V say? When influential orders fail, the people wishing recognize the walls coming down around them and decide to indulge in all sorts of depravity. Marquis de Sade wrote a pretty gross book on it. Okay, should I check that out, or is it like too gross, or like is it worth it being gross? Like, what'd you get from it? Should I check it out? I don't know. They had not a good Diddy. They had not had a good Diddy party in a while. I'm sure they found a replacement to Diddy. Come on. Let's see. What should we hit next? Oh, so yeah, while we're on this topic, all right. So the WHO is on its knees, no pun intended, begging for money. So let's pull this thing up. WHO begging for money. Where's this thing? Begging. Here we go. The WHO begs for money after Trump announces withdrawal. You see how weak these institutions are once we pull the money? Like, we are the full and total complete strength behind these things. We don't realize it. Same thing with Davos. Like, we should declare Davos a freaking terrorist organization as far as I'm concerned. Like, we completely fund Davos. Let me see. Let me get this article. All right. Here we go. The WHO is on its knees, begging for money online. Begging for money online after Trump announces withdrawal. Oh, I love this so much. Just days after President Trump signed an executive order to withdraw the United States from the World Health Organization due to concerns about China's outsized role, a top leader at the global organization has begun fundraising on social media. Maria Van Kerkhove, the infectious disease epidemiologist who served as the WHO's technical lead in the COVID-19 pandemic, asking for donations for the WHO. It's a merger fraction of $700 million shortfall contribution anticipated from the U.S. for the 2024-25 year budget, 18% of the organization's revenue. So I showed you guys this chart before. So look, like the U.S. is by far the biggest donor. Biggest donors to the WHO. Okay. This one. That's countries. Yeah, here we go. So yeah, U.S. by far. Then the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation coming in at number 2. So there you go. All that wiped away, about 18%. Looks like maybe even more. And this is only 2018. So like we should do this for every freaking globalist institution. We should do this for the UN. We should do this for NATO. We should do this for the World Economic Forum. Like this is why they try so hard when they have people like Biden in office to chop away at America and to weaken the hell out of us. Because like when you get a rogue president like Trump, who's a rogue from the globalist New World Order system, like we are so powerful compared to these people. If we actually use the power, like all the money for these globalist organizations come from America, like, and they're trying to act like they're in charge of us when we're the ones who are funding them, who are breathing life into them. Like it's crazy. And that's why Trump is acting so bold. You know, people are like, wow, he's acting so bold. It's crazy that he's calling out Davos like this. It's crazy he's calling out the WHO. Like, no, America gives all those organizations the money they use. So we have the power and we're finally freaking using it. It's so exciting. All right. So speaking of power, so, you know, one form of power is our money. Another form of power is our military. So finally are getting the DEI junk out of our military. And this tranny from Congress has a problem with that.
Evidence anywhere that has been presented that transgender service members are anything but qualified to be a part of our military service. The military is the largest employer of transgender Americans. You heard up to 14,000, 15,000 members identify as trans, and 56 of our retired generals have said that our trans members are ready to serve. They are fit to serve. This will only make our military less ready to serve by taking 15,000 people who volunteered out of service.
So the order also.
So tell me if this makes you feel like we're ready for service.
I'm not grateful to be serving at this period of time.
Is this what we
Being
want?
able to undergo a full gender transition,
dear God,
beyond hormones, laser hair removal, Botox, lip injections, hair lowering, like literally, cannot be more thankful to be.
Oh yeah, that's terrifying in the most non-military way you can imagine. We want our military to be terrifying in a whole different way than that. And then you got this. Sorry to make you suffer through us.
Today, I'm going to make a video showing how I cope with gender dysphoria while in uniform. If you don't know, when you're an active duty soldier who is transitioning genders, you have to go by standards that align with your gender in CAC and DEERS until that is changed. This means that because my gender is a male in CAC and DEERS, I cannot present as a female in uniform. I have a few ways that I find help me cope with my gender dysphoria while on duty, and I'd like to share them. I'm going to be honest, they're not a lot, but they do help me. The first thing I do is wear clear nail polish. According to regulation, men...
Unfucking believable. But yeah, so that's over, and that's what these people are complaining about. It's freaking hilarious. Thank God. Thank God. Can't say it enough. We have Trudeau making threats, so let's get to the bottom of this. Just 1 second. Clear some space. This is about Canada tariffs.
President Trump also repeated his concerns about the border. While less than 1% of fentanyl and illegal immigrants that enter the United States come from Canada, our government has already acted to address the concerns raised by the president about border security with an over $1 billion comprehensive border plan. We're already working collaboratively to keep our citizens safe on both sides of the border. Of course, if the president does choose to proceed with tariffs on Canada, Canada will respond, and everything is on the table. Working in unison with Team Canada, as Team Canada, with business leaders, organized labor, civil society, Indigenous leaders, and premiers from coast to coast to coast, we are prepared for every possible scenario. In fact, just last night, I spoke to Premier Ford in his capacity as chair of the Council of the Federation, and he reiterated his unwavering commitment on behalf of Canadian premiers to working all together. This is an important and challenging moment for Canada and for Canadians, and we know there will be many such moments. Through all of it, I want to be clear that we have Canadians back.
So this guy's trying to act like he has leverage. We got their premiers coming out talking shit, saying that they're going to cut off oil from us. Like, yo, we have all the oil we need. We have all the food we need. Everything we get from you, we have plenty of. You know, you don't have plenty of Canada. You don't have plenty of military. You don't have plenty of guns. You don't have plenty of defense. What do you think would happen if we just said, oh, yep, Canada's an enemy. We're not going to defend them anymore. Like, imagine if Russia tried to swoop in and take Canada. You think Canada has what it takes to stop Russia? Not any chance. Like, the sole reason Canada could freaking exist the way they conduct themselves is because of America. I mean, I don't even know why this guy's speaking anymore. He's, got like another few months left in office. So I just showed that so you could, make sure that people know that whatever Trudeau says, like, it's a total empty threat. Let's see. Saw this really beautiful message from this guy the other day, and I want to keep this one concise tonight. So let's close this out on a happy note. Like, this is a message that everybody in America could benefit from. I'll show this and I'll answer some questions and show some comments, and we'll close this thing out.
Let me tell the American people something so we get this. Men are not loved. Men have to put their fucking foot in folks' ass. Men have to lay down the law. Men have to lay down the truth. Donald Trump is a man. The fact that all these fucking women hating him shows that he's doing exactly what men do. I'm despising my own motherfucking house. Because if I let the women do what they want to do, it'll be a fucking shit show. Men. Barack Obama didn't love America. Barack Obama treated America the way women want him to treat America.
Ladies,
Bill
what do you think
Clinton
of
treated
this?
America the way women. Donald Trump is treating America the way a man would treat America. I don't give a fuck about your feelings. White people only make up 7% of the world. Stop killing your fucking babies. We gonna die off. That's what Donald Trump says. Hey, Mexico, take your fucking criminals back. Canada, you need to be a part of the fucking USA. It costs us a lot of money to protect you son of a bitches. Russia, calm the fuck down. Y'all know we'll bomb on y'all motherfucking ass. China and North, y'all chill the fuck out too.
Chill out.
Man shit. Barack Obama was giving Iran billions of dollars. Man shit. Men always gonna be hated. Men ain't loved or missed until we gone. That's when you look up one day and everything is in fucking shambles. And you say, God damn, what's going on around here? Granddaddy dead. Granddaddy gone. And grandma done let everything turn to fucking shambles.
All right. Before we go, ladies, what do you think about that? Agree, disagree? Here, I'll throw it in the poll. We have pretty good sized female viewership. I'm happy about that. Let's see. Women, do you agree with that message? I know a bunch of dudes are probably going to jump in this. Ladies only for this poll. I know. We'll do the honor system. Who's the most based female in this chat? Miss D. I think Miss D is a strong candidate for most based. Texas woman. I don't know if she's in here tonight. Texas woman's pretty based. Denise is pretty based. War crimes. We'll do a poll on that tomorrow night. We'll do who's the most based woman in this chat. But I mean, a lot of women would like take that as like a derogatory thing with what that guy said. But no, it's like it's such a psyop that society's trying to like encourage women to have like this manly, hateful attitude. Like it's just nasty. Let's see what the poll says. All right. 26 votes. We're at 77% yes. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Like I said, want to do a quick one tonight? Oh, wait. I have one more Trump clip I'll show you. Trump wants to build an Iron Dome. I think it's pretty sick. Let's see. Trump Iron Dome. There's a little bit of lack of structure today. We had a busy day here. I just wanted to give a quick rundown on the crazy stuff going on. And we're going to do some different things going forward, but we're growing here. I like it. It's exciting. Let's see. Trump on the Iron Dome. Here we go.
And in a little while, I'll be signing 4 new executive orders. First is that I'm directing our new Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, who's going to be great, by the way. Thank you for the support. Thank you very much for the support. You really did support him greatly. I think he's going to be fantastic. I know him very well. I think he's going to be fantastic. He's what we need to immediately begin the construction of a state-of-the-art Iron Dome missile defense shield, which will be able to protect Americans. You know, we protect other countries, but we don't protect ourselves. And when Ronald Reagan wanted to do it many years ago, luckily we didn't. We didn't have the technology then. It was a concept, but we didn't. Now we have phenomenal technology. You see that with Israel, where out of 319 rockets, they knocked down just about every one of them. So I think the United States is entitled to that, and everything will be made right here in the USA, 100%.
Nice.
And next, to ensure that we have the most lethal fighting force in the world, we will get transgender ideology the hell out of
There
our
it
military.
is.
It's going to be
There it is.
In addition, we will stop our service members from being indoctrinated with radical left ideologies such as critical race theory. We're going to stop it. It's already been stopped. It's already
Love
been
it.
halted, totally halted. And finally, we will offer full reinstatement to any service member who was expelled from the armed forces due to the COVID vaccine mandate. And we will restore them to their former rank with full pay.
All great stuff. All great stuff. Oh, man. Good times, good times, good times. Well, guys, thanks for watching. Like I said, quick one tonight. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll go a little bit longer. Sometimes an hour, sometimes 2 hours. Could be 3 hours if we're going long enough. But solo show tonight. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. I think we hit 500, new record. Love you. Remember, hit like and subscribe if you want to connect with me on Minnect. I'll put the link below. Remember to join the Forbidden Book Society Telegram. And I will see you guys later. Love you. Peace. You know, we talk about the deep state. We talk about the globalists. Inflation versus deflation. Well, I mean, you're at Mar-a-Lago. I'm baffled that this isn't front page news.
Do you guys support a specific political party, or do you dislike both of them?
Oh, it worked like a charm on you guys.
Let's go, Brandon.